Mrs. Kelly. Fancy meeting you here. It looks like you found something. What are you looking at?
This is just what I'm trying to figure out, Mrs. Smith. It seems to be some type of stone with writing on it. But I just cannot understand what it says. What do you think it is? Take a closer look with me.
I'm quite confused. There seem to be pictures and lines, but none of it looks like the alphabet I know.
I bet I know a few teachers who can help us. If only Mrs. DeMayo and Miss Enright were here.
Oh, did I hear my name?
Yes, I was just telling Mrs. Smith that I was sure you and Miss Enright would know what to make of the writing on this stone that I found.
How convenient. Miss Enright should be catching up any moment.
Hello there, ladies. What's going on?
Mrs. Kelly found this stone, and there seems to be some kind of writing on it, but neither of us can decipher what it says. We thought that both you and Mrs. DeMayo might be able to help us out.
I would love to, ladies. Let me take a look.
I'll check it out as well. This is the Rosetta Stone!
The Rosetta Stone? What's the Rosetta Stone?
The Rosetta Stone was discovered in 1799 by a French soldier named Pierre-François Bouchard. He was in Egypt fighting under Napoleon at the time.
It was the first Egyptian bilingual text.
Yes, and it ended up in a British museum in 1801 after the French surrendered in Egypt.
Egyptian bilingual text? Wow! Were they able to decipher its meaning?
Yes, they were. First, an English physician and physicist named Thomas Young helped decipher the meaning.
Thomas Young? I've heard of him. He established the principle of interference of light and thus resurrected the century-old wave theory of light.
He must have worn many hats because he was also an Egyptologist who helped decipher the Rosetta Stone.
Yes, and Thomas was able to figure out that the hieroglyphic text on the Rosetta Stone contains 6 identical cartouches.
Cartouche? What's a cartouche?
A cartouche is an oval figure with a name written on it.
That sounds like a nameplate.
Yes, Mrs. Smith, that would be a very good way to describe it.
He deciphered the cartouche as the name of Ptolemy. This helped prove a long-held belief that the cartouches were found in other inscriptions were the names of royalty.
What about the pictures of the animals? Some of these look like birds.
Wow, Mrs. Kelly, that's a great question. You are very inquisitive. By examining the direction in which the bird and the animal characters faced, Young also discovered the way in which hieroglyphic signs were to be read.
So Thomas Young is the guy who helped crack the Rosetta Code.
Well, he does not get all the credit, Mrs. Smith. In 1821, Jean-Francois Champollion started where Young left off. Champollion was a French historian and linguist.
Linguist? What's a linguist?
Another great question, Mrs. Kelly. A linguist is a person who studies languages.
Then he sounds like the right person for the job.
Indeed he was. He began to publish papers, and they were on how to decipher the hieroglyphic writing.
He established an entire list of signs with their Greek equivalents.
Champollion was the first Egyptologist to realize that some of the signs were alphabetic, some were symbolic, and some were definitions that stood for a whole idea or object.
He also established that the hieroglyphic text of the Rosetta Stone was a translation from Greek, not to Greek, as had been previously thought.
Okay, so now we know who found the Rosetta Stone, what kind of writing was on it, and who deciphered it. But what did it say?
Basically, it summarizes the gifts bestowed by Ptolemy V Epiphanes and was written in the 9th year of his reign to commemorate his accession to the throne.
Ptolemy? Throne? Was he some kind of royalty?
He was a Macedonian king of Egypt from 205 to 180 BC.
Wow, I sure am glad you two came along to help us figure this out.
I agree. Teaching social studies sure does come in handy.
Teaching science must come in handy too, Mrs. Kelly.
It certainly does. As a matter of fact, this whole Rosetta Stone reminds me of a new unit we are doing, right, Mrs. Smith?
Oh, yeah. Information Technologies Instrumentation. This whole deciphering and codes and communicating, they are totally related.
Thanks again, Mrs. DeMayo, Mrs. Enright. I gotta run.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. I've got to be going now as well. Wait, what's this?
That looks like one of the necklaces we made in class.
Indeed it does.
The initials are AS. I think I know who this belongs to.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
It certainly does.
Wow, Mrs. Kelly, you have a lot of great questions. By examining the directions...
Action. Action. Action.
Teaching science must come in handy too, Mrs. Kelly.
This is the Rosetta... This is the Rosetta... Oh, wait, so it's not a...